Have you ever noticed how sometimes we act without even realizing it? How we get caught up in patterns that seem to repeat over and over again, no matter how hard we try to change? Well, that happened to me recently, where I got caught up in an unconscious pattern to where I acted in a pattern that's been happening in my family for generations. And you think that when we become spiritually involved, that we seem to break these patterns, that we seem to come out of them. You know, we're like, the trauma stops with me. These bonds, these trauma bonds stop with me. I am no longer going to allow this. And yes, that is true. We are working through that, but realizing that we aren't perfect and realizing that we are not connected to the story that is being told in our minds, that we are only acting this way because mom acted this way, grandma acted this way, you know, and so on and so forth. We have to then step out of the story and realize that we are not what we tell ourselves on a daily basis. These unconscious patterns feel like a heavy weight on our shoulders a lot of times. You know, it's kind of like an invisible force that dictates how we think, how we feel, and how we react. And when we're caught up in them, we don't even recognize that we're acting out of autopilot. It's like our minds have taken control. We've taken a back seat as our true authentic selves because we have let the story in the mind take over. And, you know, then we sit simply as passengers in our own lives. Going through these unconscious behaviors, the first thing to do is, if we are truly working on ourselves and truly conscious, we see it bubbling up, right? We see it right before the blackout, right before the pattern takes over and that part of the matrix takes over. And we have to see it for what it truly is. Okay, this is fear. This is, you know, anger. This is sadness. Okay, I see you, but I'm not those things. It is okay to feel those emotions, absolutely, but we are not following the storyline associated with those emotions. And what we can do is we can let those emotions bubble up. We can feel it so intensely without following the storyline. And then we're going to do is take a step back from the mental chatter and come back into the present moment. So we come back into the present moment and we take a deep breath in and out. And as conscious awareness, we are going to come back into the heart space. And when we come back into the heart space, we settle into ourselves. We start feeling the feelings of love and gratitude, joy. And we're going to start feeling those higher dimensional feelings more intensely. And those lower dimensional feelings will start to fade away. And we can sit in this for as long as needed to really come back to center, to come back to presence. And when we're doing that, then we realize, okay, and we're not judging ourselves for going into old programming. Because then again, that's another story. We're not going into the past. The past happened, the past is done with. Instead, we can now live in the present. And while sitting into the heart space, what we can do is we can send love to ourselves. And then we can send love to the person that we had the mishap with. And when you do that, that's a telepathic communication. So then that person then can feel the love. They can feel themselves, and they can feel themselves go back to complete stillness, complete calm, and complete love. It is a knee-jerk reaction to someone else's behavior a lot of times, or perhaps it's an old emotional wound, like I said, that's coming up and getting triggered. Before we know it, we are swept away, reacting out of fear, reacting out of anger or insecurity, the stories that we continuously tell ourselves. But we have to come back. We have to come back to our heart. We have to come back to the truly present moment and realize that we aren't our fear. We aren't our anger. We are not our mind. We are not our mind. And come back to the conscious co-creator that we are and become the observer. When those take over, how are we reacting? When those thoughts take over and we see it, for me, for example, I see it bubbling up. And then I black out and go into an unconscious behavior. Okay, so I see it come up. I know it's coming up. And why then am I still participating in this unconscious behavior? Why am I still reacting? Why am I still coming in and saying, this is okay for me to do? And even when the situation that just happened to me, where I went off on my child over snow pants. It's embarrassing to say the least, but I shouldn't be embarrassed. It was unconscious programming. And I have to remember truly who I am. If I'm a powerful co-creator, then why am I reacting this way into the old matrix, the old programming? If I truly, want to act in a way that serves the old me, the old one who told stories, the old one that said it's okay to get angry, it's okay to fly off the handle, it's okay to react, then who is that truly serving? And instead, what should I really truly be living is somebody who is a conscious creator who spreads love and joy through the world, not overreacting over snow pants. It's easier said than done, right? We can say, well, yeah, that's great, Victoria, that, we can feel these old patterns kind of come up and we cannot react in a way that will bring us down a few vibrations and bring us down to the lower dimensions. But sometimes I can't help it. I can't release it. And, I'm trying with the Heartspace, and it's going to take practice because, yes, we can have these old patterns come up. Then we're going to shift that and go back into the Heartspace, put our hand on our heart, and really feel the higher vibrations of love, happiness, joy, gratefulness. But here's the deal. That's going to take a lot of practice. This does not happen overnight. But we should not be practicing this just when these old patterns come up. We should be living this way every day, all the time, not just in a meditation practice, but outside of that as well. So when these old unconditional patterns come up and unconscious patterns come up, we are then able to come back into the heart space easier. And with time, that's still going to come. With me, I'm still learning myself. I'm like, this is ridiculous that I still have these come up, and here I am judging myself, right? I'm judging myself. I'm like, why are these still coming up for me? Why is this still such a pain? And I feel like, I'm never going to learn, but it does get easier because I got to the point where I see it bubbling up for me. I see it. I'm like, here it comes. Yep. And how am I going to choose to react? And a lot of times I don't react, but this time I did react. And I have to take responsibility for that. Okay? And that's okay. We aren't going to judge it. It's not bad. Nothing is truly bad or good. It's just how it makes us feel deep down at the soul level. As you are becoming more into your power, as you're becoming more to a powerful co-creator, you're going to realize these things. Do you want to manifest into your life more of the anger, fear, anxiety, sadness, what have you? Or do you want to bring into your life more happiness, more abundance, more joy? The choice is yours, what you want to bring into your life and manifest. And these are practices that you can use to then bring that, co-creation into your life that is going to create something that is going to be in service for others, yourself, and, humanity as a whole. Because as new humans moving into the new earth, we have to realize that our thoughts are a big manifestation of this world. And so what kind of world are you trying to manifest right now? Are you trying to still create a world where we live in fear? Or are you trying to create a world where we finally live in happiness and joy and being grateful and abundance? The choice is yours. So remember, you are not your mind. You are the presence that sees beyond it. You are powerful. You are a co-creator. When you come back to your heart, you've won. You've won because you've realized that you're not going to let those lower vibrational energies win. And that's extremely powerful. So if you found this video to be helpful, let me know it down below in the comments. If you have practiced this, let me know how it's working out for you. Like this video, subscribe, and share it with anybody that may find this helpful. I'll see you in the next video.